will study about the rain gauge network. Okay, so what should be the guideline for the establishing of this rain gauge stations and how to calculate the optimum number of rain gauge stations for the calculation of precise estimation of rainfall calculation. Okay, so all these things we will discuss. We will also solve a numerical based on calculation of optimum number of rain gauge station. Okay, now first is your rain gauge network. Okay, so what is this rain gauge network? An optimum number of rain gauge, and it is also represented by the density of rain gauge. So density of rain gauge will be nothing but the number of rain gauge over a certain stretch of area. So suppose I am having the 10 kilometer square of the area, and over this 10 kilometer square of the area, what should be my optimum number of rain gauges station should be there, so that they could record the more precise or the more true rainfall value for the given rainfall. Okay, so this optimum number of rain gauge or the density of rain gauge will give me more accurate information about the rainstorm. Okay, so this, if you ensure whatever be the guidelines provided for the establishment of the rain gauge network, then whatever rainfall you are recording, that will be your more or less the true representation or the more correct representation of your storm data. Okay, so now what are the Indian standard recommendation or the Indian standard recommendation for the establishment of the rain gauge network? The Indian standard recommend that for the plain area, the first we talk about the plain area. So if there is a plain area, then one rain gauge station is required per 520 kilometer square area. So over the area of 520 kilometer square, you are required one rain gauge station. Okay, so this is basically the density of rain gauge station. The second is for the region of, in the region of average elevation of 1000 meter or an area having an average elevation of 1 kilometer, one rain gauge station per 260 to 390 kilometers square area. Okay, now in the predominantly hilly area with a heavy rainfall, then the number of rain gauge station required is one rain gauge station per 130 kilometer square area. So these are the different aerial condition, and in the different aerial condition, whatever be the type or the number of rain gauge station we are required, I have mentioned. Okay, so this guideline should be followed for the establishment of the rain gauge station. Now one very important point I have written here, that out of the total rain gauge station, that when you calculate the total number of rain gauge station, then out of the total rain gauge station, the 10% of the stations should be of recording type rain gauge station. Okay, suppose you have calculated the 12 number of rain gauge stations. Okay, so out of the 12 number of rain gauge station, the 10% of the 12 coming out to be 1.2. so 1.2, that means rounding off to the higher side, that is minimum 2 rain gauge station should be of the recording type. Okay, so out of total station, total number of rain gauge station, the 10% of the rain gauge station should be of recording type of the rain gauge station. Okay, now the adequacy of the rain gauge station. Okay, so adequacy of the rain gauge station represent that what number of rain gauge stations are adequate for the measurement of the certain rainfall in order to have the correct estimation of rainfall storm. Okay, so here I have mentioned that if there are already some rain gauge station in a catchment, okay, suppose for a certain catchment area we have, and for a given catchment area we have already established a certain number of rain gauge stations. Okay, and now the optimum number of stations that should exist to have an assigned percentage of the error in the estimation of mean rainfall is obtained by the statistical analysis as n equal to CV upon epsilon whole square. Okay, so this says that if suppose for a certain given area of the catchment you have this certain given number of rain gauge station, because certain number of rain gauge stations are already there. So for a given area we have certain number of rain gauge station, these rain gauge stations are already there. Now I need to calculate how many more number of rain gauge stations should be there, or what should be the optimum total number of rain gauge station that should be there for a given catchment area in order to be more close to the true value, because it is very difficult to estimate the true or the correct estimation of rainfall data. here we are assuming a certain percentage of error, and that percentage of error is prefixed, that okay, we are not able to find out the exact and most true value of the rainfall estimation, so we have assigned a certain error in the estimation of mean rainfall, and for that estimation of rainfall that indicate your range value, that range values will fluctuate between your true value. So for that estimation of error, there is a formula to calculate the total number of rain gauge station. That formula allows a certain percentage of error. That percentage of error will allow your result to be in between the more precise value, and so we will determine the total number of rain gauge station. And as for a given area we already have a certain number of rain gauge station, then by solving to that formula the total number of rain gauge station, we will find out what more additional number of rain gauge station need to be established there, and out of that how many should be of the recording time. So that will be my point of interest. Okay, so if on comparing the total number of rain gauge station that is already there and whatever be the number of rain gauge station that we are calculating by the formula, if that comes out to be same, that there would be no any issue. And if the rainfall station coming out to be, which is already there, coming out to be higher than the optimum required rain gauge station, then also there is no problem. But if the rain gauge station that are already there in a given area, in a given catchment area, and whatever be the number of rain gauge station that we are calculating with the help of formula which is mentioned over here, and if there is a mismatch between the provided and the actual required, then you need to provide that additional number of rain gauge station. Okay, so here according to the statistical analysis, this number of rain gauge station is expressed as n, and n is equal to Cv upon epsilon whole square. So what is the Cv? This n is the optimum number of rain gauge station required for a given catchment area. This epsilon is the allowable degree of the error in the estimation of mean rainfall. So we are assuming a certain percentage of error because it is not possible to measure the true value, so we are estimating our value in between the two quantity by allowing the certain permissible error. That permissible error is denoted by epsilon, and that error is usually given in terms of percentage. Okay, so this is also important, in terms of percentage. Now Cv is the coefficient of the variation of the rainfall data, coefficient of variation of rainfall data for given set of rainfall, for given set of records available, for the given set of records available in percentage. Okay, so we will find out what is the coefficient of the variation. So the coefficient of variation will be find out for the given records available to us, and that coefficient of variation should also be expressed in terms of percentage. So both the permissible error and the coefficient of variation, both these values should be measured in terms of percentage, and then we will calculate this Cv upon epsilon whole square will give you what the total number of rain gauge station. Okay, now this coefficient of variation is expressed by the formula sigma m minus 1 upon p bar into 100. So what is the sigma m minus 1? What is this p bar? The sigma m minus 1 is called as the standard deviation for the given set of records. So you will be given a certain set of records, so we will find out what is the standard deviation for this record. This standard deviation is denoted by sigma m minus 1, and sigma m minus 1 will be given by the formula mentioned over here, that will be under root of summation of pi minus p bar whole square upon m minus 1. So what is this pi? Pi is the general magnitude of any ith station, and p bar is your average or the mean rainfall data. Okay, so for the given set of the data you will find out the mean value, and the general value is given by the pi. You will find out the difference of these two values, then you will take the square of these two values, then sum of these two values and divided by the m minus 1. M is the total observation, so that will give you your standard deviation. Now this p bar is your mean precipitation that we have talked about. Then you will calculate this coefficient of variation given by this formula. This coefficient variation multiplied by 100 will give you the coefficient of variation measured in terms of percentage, your allowable degree of error in the estimation of the mean rainfall in terms of percentage, that will be given in the question. Then you will find out this ratio, that is the coefficient of variation expressed in terms of percentage, and epsilon allowable degree of the error measured in terms of percentage, whole square of that value will give you optimum number of rain gauge station. Okay, so this is how you should calculate the optimum number of rain gauge stations. So in our next lecture we will discuss a numerical based on this optimum number of rain gauge station. Okay, so that's all.